Well, good, blessed evening, precious ones. I'm doing a little short here. I bring you blessings and greetings. I know some will say, "What in the world do she have this fish head and this pan here?" Some would say, "Oh, like it's just disgusting." Well, I would have thought so too, because normally I throw the heads away. But I start cooking it that way. I won't have to put it in the trash and it be smelling because trash don't be picked up until Thursday. But from doing that, I discovered how delicious the flavor that the head brings out, and it's clean. The whole entire fish is cleaned very well and washed thoroughly. No blood, no slime, no nothing. I only use garlic and onions in this with a lot of curry. I have fallen in love with the taste of curry. My language is not that, my pronunciation of words is not that good. And I first put it on the skin side, then I turn it over, and it's about ready to come out. I use beef broth, and I actually save the season that I had from yesterday. I don't throw much away, especially if it's good and usable, and it's so flavorful. But I was just gonna eat this because I really like to suck on those fins. Some awesome juice, some awesome flavor. And I wasn't gonna fix any rice. I ate the last of the curry rice I had up yesterday. So I rinsed off some rice and I'm boiling. This is probably about 1/4 of a cup. It's enough for 2 servings. And 2 little, medium-sized servings. And I rinsed it off, and look at all that starch coming from there. So I didn't put any type of seasoning in it because I'm going to rinse the rice off again. See, what I do is I use a lot of water, lots of water, and I let it cook until just about done, and then I strain it and I let it finish cooking that way because I don't like mushy rice. I like, long grain, fully cooked, but not mushy rice. Let me see. What else was I going to say? There was something else that I had. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Since I've been preparing my fish, like I used to buy fresh fish every week, but it just got to the point that it wasn't fresh. And so I bought some from Walmart, and I know that on those big ships when they be out there. Let me lay this phone down. I know from out there on those big ships from when I was in the seafood business and I had a refrigerated truck and I would go on the coast and get my crabs and fish. Later on, over the years at that first restaurant that I had. And so I know that when they catch that fish, and also from watching the History Channel, they clean that fish and they vacuum seal it right then. That way they sealing in the freshness. And I've discovered that this frozen tilapia, which I've grown to actually love, and my blood pressure is like 107 over 66 or 69 or something like. Anyways, my blood pressure is just like that of a teenager. It's really good, but I don't like for it to get too low. For me, that's too low. So I took half of this fish and I fried it. I had an appointment early afternoon, so I came back and I fried it, and I ate some cornbread and warmed up some leftover cabbages that I had. So that's what I did with the first half of the fish, because my blood pressure is like I said, it's a bit too low for me, But anyways, I don't know how long I would. It's just so delicious, and I'm just chit chatting. This is for content. My fish is ready, so let me cut it off. I put the rice on later, so it has about 5 more minutes to go. But this is for my dinner because I'm full now. I had my smoothie for breakfast. But you know, while I'm up here, I'm gonna go on and when I was waiting for my appointment, I just can't sit and do nothing, you know. So what I do is I read. And in the newspaper, it was talking about Ruth, the lady named Ruth, the lady that was on the radio. I think she was on the radio. I think that's what the newspaper said. Some kind of talk show she was on. And she talked about sex, you know. I think they said she was 93. She was 90 something. They talked about her last week of her passing. But they had it in the newspaper. And I read the article, and it stated how she was, her parents was taken, and she, you know, was, I think they say she was 10 years old, and she found a book that her parents had written, and it was talking about sex. A lot of different pleasures that you can have, you know. And I say that's really something, you know. How that lady lived to be 90 something years old, and the spirit that her parents had jumped on her. And it's a spirit of pleasure, so it's not one you can easily shake, you know, until you get to be maybe my age, which is not, you know, not gone. It's just that we can keep our bodies under subjection. You know, we don't have to do anything but just don't do it, you know. That's it. Just don't do it. Let me cut this rice off. Let it sit for a little while, and then I'll drain it. And, yep, so she lived to be 90 something years old. And also, a couple came into the waiting room, and it was a 93-year-old and a 96-year-old. They was going on 94 and 97. And they used to live in Florida, and they love Florida. They miss Florida, but they are now in my state. And I had the most wonderful conversation with them, you know, sharing different things. You know, it's good being around and learning from those that's older than us. And it's just a shame that, you know, when children are small, they like our company. They love our company, especially us grandmas, you know, and grandpas, because we spoil them, you know, and we treat them like they actually our own, which they are. But then when they get older, you know, and because I remember, especially my girls, you know, once that car, you know, when I had a car, I've had one, lost one, and had 2, 3, 4, you know, 5 truck, refrigerated truck, a little Ford truck. But anyways, before they start liking young men, young boys, they would always, man, that car crank up, they'll be right there, front seat, back seat, you know. And the youngest one, she always wanted the front seat, you know. But as they got older, you know, and got to doing their own thing, they no longer wanted to, you know, to hang out with mom. And it's sad, you know, when it gets that way, especially with grands, little young grands, you know. And it's this day and age, my goodness, oh my God, the things that they're in. Some of these kids, you know, I've seen kids, some bring their kids to church, and they give their child a game or a phone or a tablet, and that's all what they do the whole while. Just stay messing up their eyes, you know. So anyways, I'm just chit-chatting. It's just for content. And I'll say God bless you. I love you, and I'll be back when I be back. The next time. Bye-bye. It's a wonderful day.